think I'll have to use a little sander for the ends. A nice shiny barrel now. I think I'm going to leave that little axle stub on there. I'll cut this and fit it around the inside of the tank. And then I have a little ledge for the top to set on. Now I gotta cut in that door. It needs a little adjustment. this up. Another leg. I brought the rocket stove boiler down to the greenhouse in order to paint it. It's warm enough in here. When I put it on, it was just this high heat primer. I think I'll just leave it that color. And got the legs over here. Painted them black. And I'll start attaching stuff on here. I started drilling some holes into the stove body to start attaching things. Now this big hole right above the door in this frame here is that square tubing. And I'm going to use this to preheat air for a secondary burn. And I drilled some holes on each side of this frame into the square tubing that will draw fresh air in, and it'll heat the air up inside this square tubing, and then I'll take it out of here and then back into a burn chamber right above where this baffle is going to be. So I'll pull it out of here and then back in towards the riser. This other hole here is just for a bolt for the top of the leg. I got them drilled around the whole thing. This is the piping and control valve that I made for the secondary air. This is just made out of 3/4 inch black pipe, except this nipple here, this one's stainless steel. That's one that's going to go in above that ceramic fiber board, that baffle, and this will go towards the riser. This bottom one will go into the square tubing of that door frame to draw that warmed air in. And then it'll rise up and then back out towards the riser. And I got a valve here I made to control the volume that'll go through here. And I'll take this apart so you can see how it's made and how it operates. This is 3/4 inch black pipe and an elbow. These are unalterated, standard fittings. And this is that stainless steel nipple that'll go towards the riser in the secondary burn. And this is just a standard 3/4 inch black tee. I did a little filing on the inside here in order to fit this piece in here. But otherwise, this is unalterated too. And these parts right here are what make the valve. These are 3/4 inch solder fittings. This was a 3/4 inch repair coupling, and this is a 3/4 inch copper pipe. And with copper fittings, you put them in there and then you solder them together. And on this, I had to file this a little bit more so it fits in there pretty loose and I can turn it with ease. I even put a little bit of graphite powder on there so it's lubricated good for turning. And what I did is I took a Dremel tool and I cut an opening out on both of them to match up. So the airflow here will be the same as a 3/4 inch pipe. And I can just put them in there together, and when I turn this, I can control the volume of the air going through that secondary burn. And on the end here, what I did, I wanted to be able to look inside the secondary burn and see what was going on. And what this is a glass stopper for a glass candle. It's a heavy piece of glass, and it just fit right on this fitting here. So now I'll be able to look into that burn chamber and see what I can see. And that just goes on there like that. And this just fits in there like that. And then this will just slide right inside. And you can turn it. And I think you can see the operation there. So this is pretty simple. I'll be able to pull this out too if I want to, but that's how that operates. A little bit more. That should do it. I guess that one's all right. Well, I have the stove body done now, and the air valves for the primary air and the secondary. There's one sticking out on top there, that's the secondary. And if there's any fire visible, I should be able to see it through this little glass. To adjust it, I can just turn it like that and be off, and all the way on right there. And this is the primary air. Probably be running out about like that. And there's the door. And that'll be the burn chamber. Still got to get some kind of handle on that door, otherwise it'd just be burning my fingers. Got to have something there to lift it up off that little notch. But otherwise, it's looking pretty good. Those roof brackets are working pretty good for the feet. It's pretty stable. It was 14 degrees below zero this morning outside. And it got up to 70 degrees down in here, and so it's pretty nice working. I'm tempted to just use this for a shop, set up a greenhouse, but I guess that won't go over too well. But anyway, the next step on this boiler is to do the inside work. Add all that ceramic fiber board and the fire brick to the burn chamber, and the riser tube, and then that stainless steel tubing used for that water heat exchanger. That'll be the next step, and I hope you tune in again. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.